I grew up in Brighton. I grew up on a farm. I was the oldest of 5 kids, which meant I was the farmhand. I started driving the truck with the hay wagons on behind when I was 5. And the tractor, so my first experience driving the tractor was over a bridge that was not that wide. It had about a foot on either side. And my dad's like, well, it's your turn to drive the tractor. And I was a little afraid that I might land us both in the creek, so I think I developed that no excuse attitude early in life because my dad didn't take excuses. My mom didn't either. And so through elementary school, high school, I was about 10 miles out of Brighton. My dad was a surveyor in Campbellford. Yeah, it was an interesting life. It was a lot of hard work. I started working for neighbors as their farmhand when I was 11, and started working in bakeries when I was 15, 16 years old. Bought a bakery actually in Trenton I was one of 5 owners for a while. Ended up going to Southern Ontario and had my 4 kids there. They're all still in Southern Ontario at the moment. And I raised them between Prince Edward County and Waterdown, which is a little village that's growing very, very quickly. Yeah, all through my life, I've always volunteered. I was the Girl Guide leader. I did 4-H. I helped with the Look Good, Feel Better program to help women going through cancer. And Hamilton Scourge Society, for anybody that are historical buffs, they might know about that. And I was a basketball coach. I coached little boys and girls, and then I coached boys rep basketball. I was a soccer convener and soccer coach, and I was school council chair for about 10 years, as well as the parent advisory committee. So anyways, it's a long list of things I've had an interest in my life. And I've started a number of women's groups in both in Waterdown and in Kingston. And I'm one of the organizers, mentors, I guess, in the Worldwide Lipedema group. This is where I'll cry. I lost the ability to walk when I was 45. And didn't know what was going on. I had started developing pain when I was about 11 years old in my legs. In 2017, by accident, I found out it was lipedema. So I did all my research actually first. Talked to my doctor, and she's like, I just had a course on that 3 weeks ago. This is exactly what it is. It's a disease that affects women. It's hereditary. And it was discovered at the Mayo Clinic in 1942, but nothing was done with it. And so after all my research, I was the 5th woman in Canada to have surgery. I went to Germany. I found my surgeon, turns out to be one of the best surgeons in the world for lipedema, and have educated and supported women in both Ontario and Canada and worldwide. So I had 9 surgeries in Germany. Some of those I went on my own, which is a challenge. My first one, my left leg didn't work afterwards at all. So it was a little challenging coming home. I had 4 train stations and I came back from Frankfurt. So I had to get from Cologne to Frankfurt. I had to I couldn't stand for 5 days. So I had to teach myself how to walk again. And I only had a couple days to do that because I came home 7 days after surgery. In Germany, there's lots of lovely people who will often help you pick up your luggage and bring it on the train. I ended up in one train station where there was nobody. And it's like, well, you got to do this. So I picked it up and threw it on the train and off I went, but which is a little challenging after a major surgery. But there was a lot of little struggles through months in bed at times. And I kept my real estate business going, surprisingly, with amazing friends who helped support me during those challenges. And in 2021, December 2021, I was asked to open a Keller Williams brokerage in Kingston. I decided to name it Keller Williams Inspire. And so part of what I'm doing is hoping to inspire other people in this region and and help them, achieve, what they need to in life and overcome their challenges. And everybody knows that end of December of this year, or last year, December 29th, I was in Amherst View. There was a man that fell beside my car when I was parked, and I got out and I picked him up off the ground. And being the strong farm girl I am, when he wasn't standing well, I carried him to the seat of his car. And when I was putting him in the seat, it caused something called a thunderclap headache. I ended up having 9 of those, 8 before I went to the hospital because Maureen is stubborn. And it caused 2 brain bleeds in my frontal lobe, so 2 hemorrhages, and it caused a stroke. So, I had the delight of being in the hospital for a month, and some friends that visited me. So I worked really hard to get out fast, and here I am. So my brokerage is open. I'm still working hard, maybe a little too hard at times, and I appreciate all of you and all your support this last couple of years as well. So thank you.